We'll call to order the City of Douglasville's legislative work session for tonight, which is Thursday, August the 13th, 2026. Our invocation will be done by our own Emily Hardaway, the communications manager for the City of Douglasville, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by the Mayor Pro Tem, City Councilmember Terry Miller. Please stand for the invocation.
All right, let's pray. Lord, thank you so much for this day and this evening and for everyone who's gathered here tonight, Lord. Please be with all the students and teachers as the school year gets kicked off, Lord, and please bless them with a great year. Thank you for our elected officials and their willingness to serve our community. Please give them discernment to lead our city well as they hear business tonight. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, for leading us in the pledge, and Miss Emily, we appreciate the invocation. You're always willing to help. My name is Rochelle Robinson. I'm Mayor of the City of Douglasville. I'd like to welcome you to this legislative work session. This is a work session where agenda items are presented for discussion only, and no official action will be taken this evening. But official action will be taken on these items next Monday at our normal voting meeting. If the business you're here for is not listed as an agenda item, there will be time under the agenda items for comments from citizens and delegates for you to discuss your business. I'll go over a few protocol items I need to make you aware of before we start the meeting. I ask that you please listen closely so there'll be no misunderstandings on how tonight's meeting will be conducted. I ask that you please keep your comments and presentations on a professional level dealing with the facts that are important for this governing body to make our decisions. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be of a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive a warning from the chair if that happens, and if you deviate from that requirement, a second deviation will result in us requesting that you leave the chambers. Only one person speaking at a time. Please do not applaud, react to speakers, speak from the audience, cheer, or carry on a conversation or be disruptive when you're at the podium. We ask that you please present all of your comments and concerns to myself or the committee chairperson. I remind you that we're only required to accept public comments during the required public hearings. We are not required to accept public comments outside of the council that are not part of that public hearing portion. As the chair of this meeting, at any time during the meeting, I'm prepared to stop public comments on any agenda items if we believe the general good of the meeting will not be beneficial by listening to those actions and those items. If you have a cell phone or electronic device, we ask that you please put those in silent mode or turn those off so they will not be disruptive during the meeting. Now, the agenda items will be handled in the following manner. The committee chairperson will read his or her item, then that person representing that item or applicant will make his or her presentation. Myself and council members will possibly ask clarifying questions to help us make a determination on the vote for next Monday. After that, the committee chairperson will ask for comments or statements from the audience. There is a maximum time limit, 20 minutes for those who are in favor of the item and 20 minutes for those in opposition, and each person has 5 minutes to speak. If you'd like to speak in favor or in opposition or make any comments, there are speaker cards outside, a sign-in sheet actually. Sign this sheet, bring it forward, hand it to our deputy city manager, and she'll put it into the record for us. Each person has one opportunity to speak. When you come to the podium, give us your name and address for the record, and then you're free to have 5 minutes to talk to us. This is not a question and answer format. This meeting is not a debate, but a format that gives you an opportunity to make a public comment or represent an agenda item. We understand you may have questions about the information that's being presented. We'll try to answer your questions. However, this is not the format to go back and forth. Please state your question, make you certain that your question is included with your comment that's on the card, and we'll be happy to address your concern. If we can't address directly, staff will get back to you. If your information is repetitive, we may ask you we've already heard that from another constituent, so we'll ask you to say new information. Our policy requires that printed material be given to our city clerk's office. She'll make copies and distribute those information to us. And during the comments from citizens and delegates period, we will not address zoning items that were discussed during the public hearing to each zoning applicant. The time to address those comments will be during the citizens' comments for that particular public hearing. Allowing those comments outside the public hearing violates the Georgia State Zoning Procedures Act. Hopefully, we have an understanding of how the meeting will be run this evening. I know that's a lot of information. Hopefully, we're all on the same page, and there won't be any misunderstandings. If you'd like to have an agenda, there are paper copies you can pick up outside. If not, you can follow us on the screen. Now we will move on to item number 8, which is Economic Development Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem, City Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Economic Development Committee at this time.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Finance Committee, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight in finance.
Thanks, Coach. Housing and Community Affairs Committee, chaired by Councilmember Elena Hudson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business this evening under the Housing and Community Affairs Committee.
Thank you, Councilman Hudson. Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee, chaired by Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business at this time under the Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Personnel and Organization Committee, chaired by Councilmember Howard Estes.
The Personnel and Organization Committee has no business this evening. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome. Thank you, Councilmember Estes. Planning and Development Committee, chaired by Councilmember Nicole Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Before we get started this evening, I would like to go over our little statement here. This evening, some of our items on our agenda will require a public hearing. Before we begin those items, I'd like to briefly review the procedures we will follow to ensure an orderly and fair process. These hearings are conducted in accordance with the Georgia Zoning Procedures Act. As elected officials, it is our responsibility to ensure that all applications are reviewed fairly, impartially, and in accordance with the city's zoning ordinances and adopted land use policies. For each zoning item requiring a public hearing, we will begin with a presentation from city staff, outlining the request and any relevant findings. The applicant will then have an opportunity to speak. Following those presentations, the mayor and council may ask questions of both staff and the applicant. After that, we will open the floor for public comment. If you would like to speak in support of or in opposition to the application, please complete a comment card before approaching the podium. Comment cards are located near the entrance of the room and should be submitted to the city clerk before your turn to speak. Please include your name, address, the item you wish to address, and if possible, any specific questions you would like staff to follow up on. All comments should be made respectfully and directed to the chair. When you speak, please begin by stating your name and address for the record. If you ask a question, please understand that we will not respond immediately during the public comment portion. Instead, staff will attempt to address all questions at once before the close of the public comment, provided the information is readily available. Each speaker will be allowed to speak up to 5 minutes. We will allocate a total of 20 minutes for comments in support and 20 minutes for those in opposition. This is not a debate. Interruptions, outbursts, or other disruptions will not be permitted. There is a general public comment period at the end of the meeting tonight, but the city council cannot address additional, I'm sorry guys, it's been a long day. But the city council cannot hear additional public comment during the general public comment portion for a specific zoning item where the public hearing has already taken place for that zoning item. The mayor will have to cut off any public comment that refers back to a specific zoning item. As a reminder, Madam Mayor has requested that there be no applause or demonstrations during the meeting. Please ensure that all electronic devices are silenced, and anyone who disrupts the proceedings will be asked to leave. And with that, we may begin. Our first item is item number 26-263. Says, hold a public hearing and consider a request for a special land use permit for a personal care home for property zoned R2, single-family residential detached for 0.36 acres located at 7145 Stone Creek Drive in Land Lot 733, District 1, Section 5, Section 3. I'm so sorry, y'all. Parcel ID 0012, application by Zenith Crest Living, and Ms. Chelsea Tubbs is going to go over this with us.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Chelsea Tubbs, 6758 Spring Street, Planning and Zoning Administrator. The property is zoned R2 Single Family Residential Detached and is surrounded by other R2 zoning designations. The applicant proposes to operate under the use of a personal care home, which our code allows for by way of special land use permit with the approval of 2 to 6 residents. The home will serve adults 55 years of age and older, and it will be utilized for those who require assistance with activities for daily living, but do not require skilled nursing care. The applicant has provided you all with a letter of intent to highlight the services that will be implemented. I'll just go over a few of those. 24-hour supervision and staff availability, housekeeping, assistance with personal hygiene, medication reminders, meals, and activities for engagement and learning. The premises has an existing driveway to accommodate parking for visitors and staff. However, transportation will be primarily provided by family members, legal representatives, and non-emergency medical transportation providers. The current proposed home has 3 bedrooms, one of which will be occupied by the owner, who is a registered RN. And the owner is further proposing to turn the garage into a room for the residents, which will require building permits for alterations and fire review for safety precautions. And I can answer any questions that you all have. Thank you.
Yep, thank you so very much. I do have one question in addition to what we spoke about earlier. When you mentioned the future plan to convert the garage into additional bedrooms, would the number of 6 residents living there, would that then increase, or does the garage quarters include the 6 residents?
The garage quarters will include the 6 residents. She cannot go above the 6 residents. At that point, it would need to turn into a group home, which would change the family personal care home.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Mayor, Council, do you guys have questions of staff? No? Okay. Would the applicant like to come down? Good evening. If you'll please just state your name and address for the record.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Deborah Chermatin. The address is 7145 Stone Creek Drive, Douglasville, Georgia, 30134.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, Madam Mayor and council members. My name is, like I said, my name is Deborah Chermatin, owner and administrator for Zenith Crest Living, located at 7145 Stone Creek Drive, Douglasville, Georgia, 30134. I am a registered nurse with a bachelor's degree and also a master's degree. I have been a professional nurse for over 13 years, caring for adults and nation's veterans. I do appreciate the Planning Commission's recommendation for approval for my special land permit use. Zenith Crest Living will be a small non-medical personal care home serving up to 6 adults, providing comfortable home-like residential environment and assistance with activities of daily living, such as personal care, grooming, bathing, dressing, toileting, medication reminders as well. I am very committed to maintaining the residential character of the property. I'm also going to be a very responsible neighbor. And also, I will make sure to fully be compliant with the city of Douglasville, Douglas County, and also the state of Georgia laws, regulations, and licensing requirement. I am very happy to answer any questions that anybody will have.
Thank you so very much for going over all of that with us.
Yes.
I was curious, will you still be working outside of the home as a nurse, or will you be living full-time at the home taking care of residents?
I will be living full-time at the residence, but I will have staff also helping me.
Okay, you'll have additional staff?
depending on the number of people that the state will approve me for.
Got it, because they're the ones that have to approve the numbers and the ADA accessibility and things of that nature.
The state, yes, ma'am.
Okay, correct. Thank you so much. Madam Mayor, Council, do you guys have questions of the applicant at this time? Yes, ma'am.
I do. Thank you so much. We appreciate you bringing your application forward. I did have a couple of questions. You said you're going to convert your garage. Does it have heat and air? How's that going to work?
That will be done as well. I do have a contractor who will be, everything will be done. There will be a heat and air condition connected into that garage.
And there's 6 elderly, you said 6 elderly people?
Up to 6,
Up to 6.
depending on what the state will approve it for.
You have ADA accessibility for the bathrooms and all of that in the house?
Yes, ma'am, it will be done outside. We'll have a ramp, yes.
Outside, there's a ramp. Inside, I'm talking about for someone to be able to go to the restroom, you have to, if they have a wheelchair or something like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it's residential, do they have cars? You said they're 55, and it's kind of active adults if they're 55.
Depending on if they do have cars, yes, I do have a large off-the-street parking that can accommodate, but most of the time, they do not have cars.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with the community, so off the street would not be, you really can't park. It's
No,
on the street, so.
Yes, ma'am.
They would have to be able to fit in the driveway.
yes, on the street will not be used. We will be using my parking driveway. Yes, ma'am. And I do have enough room for it.
Okay, so it's, all right, and it's zone R2, you know that's, so are you the owner of the home?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I just recently purchased it.
Okay, so when you purchased it, you knew it was R2 though, right? You didn't purchase it for the purpose of having a group home, you purchased it to live in it.
No, so I purchased it for myself. But then I just decided this has been something that I really wanted to do since I became a nurse. And I just wanted to, this year it was my goal for me to start it.
Yeah.
So I just decided to go for it.
Okay, well, congratulations on being a nurse. And so if it isn't granted, because it is a privilege, it's not a right that you could have it be rezoned, you will still live there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Oh, I just thought of one more question right quick as well. For your future plans on the remodel of the garage or finishing that area, how many bedrooms and bathrooms do you plan to put out there?
So the garage will have extra 2 bedrooms, making it 5 bedrooms.
Okay.
And some of the rooms will be able to accommodate 2 residents.
Okay, thank you. Council, questions of the applicant? Coach?
So it's my understanding that you haven't been approved by the state for any occupants at this time, and it'll be them that approves up to 6, but it could be less than 6.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And I
so-
can't go through the state requirements until I get this.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, was there anyone else? All right.
Yes,
Oh, I'm so sorry, Councilman Davis, I couldn't see you down there.
that's okay. Terry probably had his head in the way. You didn't see
He
my.
absolutely
You didn't
does.
see my. Yeah, Terry be blocking. But anyway, thanks again, and that's over in Councilman Caldwell and Councilman Davis district. And I've read your report, and your. So you'll be 24 hours. You'll be on the site 24. You rest your RN, and what some of the hospitals are, either the homes you worked in.
I've worked, so I started as a CNA. I worked as a home health, and that's where the passion started from. I worked for a home care agency, went to nursing school, did my internship at Grady, got my first nursing job at Grady Memorial Hospital, then worked for Wellstar Hospital.
No, that's enough. Great is enough. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you,
Thank you.
Councilman Davis. Was that it? Okay. At this time, we do need to go ahead and hold that public hearing, so if you'd like to take a seat for a moment.
Thank you.
And if we have anyone here who would like to speak in favor of this item, if you'll please come down. You can fill out a comment card and give us your name and address for the record. And if not, if we'll move along, if we have anyone here who would like to speak in opposition to this item, if you'll please come down, give us your name and address for the record. And if there's no one, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. If there's no further questions or comments, we will take this item up on Monday. Okay, thank you so much. All right, guys. Next item is item number 26-264. So to hold I was going to try to do better and I just can't. Hold a public hearing and consider request for special land use permit for educational classrooms where childcare early learning accessory use to a religious institution for property zoned R2 single-family residential detached district for 7.4 acres located at 6167 Presley Mill Road in Land Lot 49, District 1, Section 5, Parcel ID 0001. Application by Rays of Hidden Light Academy. And Mr. Gray is going to go over this with us.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Dana Gray, 6758 Spring Street. This is a request for a special land use permit for an educational classroom under the Learning Services or micro school located within the First United Methodist Church at 6167 Preston Mill Road. So the applicant is providing an academic classroom for up to 5 students with the age range between 6 and 12 years old, as approved by the fire marshal. This is in partnership with the church, and it will not have any impact on traffic. So this would be kind of a low-impact classroom. So that concludes.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, Council, do you guys have questions of Mr. Gray? Yes, ma'am.
And the applicant
I
is
do.
here.
Thank you so much. So I am so confused. So I know First United Methodist has a preschool. This is in addition to the preschool?
They'll be separate, but they have an extra room that the church is allowing for the applicant to use. So being that it's only 5 children at a time, so it fits well within that classroom.
So are they kindergartners or?
This is 6 to 12, so.
So that's first grade.
First grade.
So that's primary. That's
Right.
that's kindergarten to 6th grade.
6th grade,
I mean,
yeah.
5th grade, something like, before they go to middle school.
Right.
Okay. And it's only 5, up to 5 or
I think
5.
we'll have to verify with the applicant, but my understanding is that this will be like supplemental to homeschooling. So like in conjunction with, and it's completely separate from the preschool that the church currently has there.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because a preschool, my kids went there. It's a good
Yes,
preschool.
yep.
Oh.
And she
All right,
stated
I'll
at
wait
the-
for the applicant then. I can
Okay.
ask some
And she
questions.
stated at the planning commission that she has 3 students that are interested already. So,
That's awesome. Okay.
all right.
Councilman Estes, is that you done there?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I think I just got the answer out of that last response, but so the existing educational component at the church is a preschool. So is that why they did not already require a SLUP, because it's a preschool and it's not technically educational?
Well, it does require a special land use permit because it is a residential zoning. So you're required for that for residential. If it was commercial, then it would be outright allowed. The church does not have a special land use permit, so this will bring the whole church accessory
So
services.
this would cover the
Yes.
existing preschool and this new?
And bring
Okay.
everything into
So we're
compliance.
tidying things up plus adding a new component to it.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all I have.
Of course. Okay. If there are no further questions, if the applicant would like to come down, please. And if you'll please give us your name and address before you begin.
Hi, my name is Latoya Moore. My address is 9256 Brook Court, Douglasville, Georgia, 30135.
Good evening.
Good evening, and thank you, Mayor and the members of City Council. My name is Latoya Moore, the founder of Rays of Hidden Light Academy. Thank you guys for the opportunity to speak with you regarding the special land use permit request. Rays of Hidden Light Academy is a small learning center serving students in grades 6 through 12th grade, so just wanted to clarify that part. We are partnering with Douglasville First United Methodist Church to use an existing classroom space within the church to provide a smaller, more personalized educational environment for students and families in our community. So we are beginning intentionally small. Our education model combines personalized academics with opportunities for students to discover their individual strengths and interests through creative and hands-on learning experiences. So the setup is hybrid, which means 2 days on campus and 3 days virtual from their homes, and the parents collaborate on the curriculum for their students. And one of the things that makes Rays of Hidden Light Academy unique is our creative pods. As a mother of 4 children, 2 of my kids are autistic. And so through my educational experience of 17 years and watching my children, I've discovered that many neurodivergent children have different gifts and talents. And sometimes when it's the environment that they need that's different so that they can really uncover those different gifts and talents. And so the creative pods, which will be held in the afternoon time, students will have the opportunities to explore those creative gifts, such as music, podcasting, filmmaking, writing, visual arts, STEM, robotics, all of those different creative gifts and talents that they may already have. So our goal is to help students build academic confidence while also discovering their gifts and preparing for life beyond the classroom. The church is an excellent environment for this program because the educational use will take place within an existing classroom, and it complements other community and educational activities already occurring on the campus. Because we are starting with a small number of students, we anticipate minimum impact of traffic, parking, noise, or any of the surrounding community. Our application has already been presented through the public hearing process, and I'm extremely grateful for the favorable response and thoughtful discussion we received, and I especially appreciate the conversation regarding the available classroom space at the church and the potential for Rays of Hidden Light Academy to grow reasonably in the future. We want to be good partners with the city of Douglasville, the church, our neighboring community, and the families that we serve. I respectfully ask for your support and for the special land use permit so that Rays of Hidden Light Academy can begin serving students and families here in Douglasville. Thank you for your consideration, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to explain everything to us. I really appreciate that. I don't have any questions quite yet. I want to process a little bit. Madam Mayor, Council, do you guys have questions of the applicant? Yes, ma'am.
I do. Just at first blush, thank you, Ms. Moore, for the presentation. Are you accredited? Would the school be accredited?
No, it's a learning center, so no, it's not like a private school.
Okay. You said was the academy. And you're going to have middle school to high schoolers?
Yes, ma'am. But currently, the students that are interested are middle schoolers.
Mm-hmm. And have you talked to the school system? You know how I'm just confused about that. Like for if you're not accredited and they're going to be there 2 days and online 3 days, how are they preparing to go to college, or what's going on with that?
If I happen to have high school students, then we will use I will encourage the families to pick an accredited curriculum so that they are able to receive accreditation for the curriculum. That's the plan, but I currently don't have any high school students interested. But if I do, I would collaborate with the family to ensure that we're picking curriculum that's accredited so that they can still earn a diploma.
So is it a supplement so you have middle schoolers, they're homeschooled, and this is a supplement to the homeschool?
So based on the educational model, it's more like a homeschool support since they're at home 3 days of the week and 2 days they'll be on campus.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Anyone else? No? Okay. And I take it that with your goal to start with 5, that would leave room for future growth as well?
Yes, the church has several different rooms and classrooms, so I would like the capacity to grow in the future if possible. I know the fire marshal spoke with me about learning centers and Code B and the different requirements. He told me to do some research on the capacity of the room sizes.
Okay, got it, thank you. Okay. If there are no other questions, let's go ahead and hold that public hearing. So if you'll take a seat for a moment, please. If we have anyone here who would like to speak this evening in favor of this item, if you'll please come down and give us your name and address for the record. And if we do not, if we have anyone here who would like to speak in opposition to. And if there is no one, we'll go ahead and close the public comment. Madam Mayor, Council, were there any other thoughts, questions? Coach?
I just, I think this is a fantastic idea, and a merger with a church that's got available space. I like the idea of what you're trying to do, and appreciate you coming to us with this, and I appreciate the church working hand in hand with your efforts. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. No, I completely agree. I love that you're collaborating with the church and using the empty space, and it sounds like trying to bring something online to fill a need in the community, so thank you. But we will take this item up on Monday if there are no further questions. Okay. Our next item is item number 26-268. Says, consider a request for revised final plat approval for the purpose of establishing the as-built locations of the townhomes for building lots 19 through 23 and 93 through 97 of Chestnut Grove for 13.277 acres at 2003 Isla Drive and land lots 902, 909, 910 in District 18, Section 2, parcel ID 0032, application by Ashton Woods, and Ms. Mann is going to go over this with us.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The proposed revised final plat is to essentially establish the as-built locations for the proposed townhome buildings for lots 19 to 23 and lots 93 to 97 for the Chestnut Grove Townhome Community, which is zoned PRD, Planned Residential Development, and was first established in 2021. The proposed development has a total of 121 units, and there are approximately 2 more plats after this one. And I can answer any questions or comments you all have.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. And as soon as you looked at me, but thank you.
Thank
And I know it sounds like we're getting closer to the end of this, and you did tell us earlier that everything's been moving along well and that there have been no issues, so it seems like everything's going according to plan.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, Council, do you guys have any questions?
Yes, ma'am, I always have a question. Is this one way in and one way out, or do we have some, can we get up out of here with all the 100 and however many plus?
No, I think it's 2.
I'm trying to see on the plat, is it?
I don't have the.
As soon as it come out, okay.
It has that.
Oh, they're cul-de-sacs. Can you get out of there?
Okay.
Is one way in and one way out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's all that, thanks.
Okay.
I think the fire marshal's requirement is 122, so they just missed it. Yeah.
An entrance. Oh, you said there's 122 and they just missed it by,
By
to
one,
have a
just one
second.
townhome unit.
Okay. I like having another way to get out of there with all those people if an emergency or whatever, but thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Anyone else? Okay, I know that we've seen quite a few of these. If it is okay with you guys, I would like to place this item on the consent agenda. Thank you so much. Madam Mayor, that is all that we have this evening for planning and development.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, and thank you to staff and the applicants that have come forth. Councilmember Miller, you have the next committee, Public Improvement and Beautification.
Yes, ma'am, I do, and we have no business this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll move on to item 12, which is Public Relations Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
At this time, Madam Mayor, there's no business. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Councilman Davis. Public Safety Committee, chaired by Councilmember Howard Estes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have
welcome.
one item this evening for the Public Safety Committee.
Yes, sir.
Item number 26-267. Consider a request for an alcoholic beverage license for the consumption on premises of liquor, beer, and wine at the following establishment. Proposed licensee is the Kitchen Bar and Grill at 8252 Dallas Highway, Douglasville, 30134. Proposed agent outlet manager is Gregory Ussery. The required fees have been paid to the Finance Department. And is Mr. Ussery here?
Yes, he is.
Please come down and give us your name and address for the record.
My name is Gregory Ushery. My address is 785 Steel Rock Drive, Southwest Atlanta, 30331.
Well, welcome. I know the kitchen has been open for a while,
Yes, it have.
and you all have had a pouring license before,
Yes,
so you know everything that's related with that. You have sufficient training in place for your staff?
yes, we do.
Can you describe that a little bit?
Well, first of all, we have ongoing training that we would also, I understand that they need to go get fingerprinted, as well with the city. But not only that, we will constantly have training with the staff to make sure they're up on all the laws and checking ID and all that right there. So we'll continue to have them types of training. Right.
Very good. Does anybody up here, Madam Mayor, or Council, have any questions or comments?
I had a comment.
Yes, Madam Mayor.
You didn't bring shrimp and grits tonight.
Not tonight, not
I'm
tonight.
just kidding. Thank you. I don't have any questions. Thank you.
That was the best question of the night, though.
Yes.
Anyone else? Okay. We don't have to have a public hearing for this?
That's renewal.
All right. Okay. Well, seeing no other comments up here or questions, we will take this up again on Monday.
Okay.
Thank you for your time and your explanation.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Madam Mayor, that is all we have for the Public Safety Committee this evening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Spree, for coming in. We'll move on to item 14, which is Recreation, Culture, and Tourism, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight in Recreation, Culture, and Tourism.
Thank you so much, sir. Our Councilmember Caldwell, I'm going to put him on the spot. He's just trying to come back in. I'll have Mayor Pro Tem do Technology Committee for Councilmember Caldwell.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There is no business at this time under the Technology Committee.
Thank you, sir. Transportation Committee, chaired by Councilmember Elena Hudson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have two items this evening. Yes, item A, authorize the mayor to sign a supplemental agreement number 1 to the project framework agreement with the Georgia Department of Transportation for PI number 0019210, Fairburn Road, CS 578 to Hospital Drive to SR 5, SR8, multi-model improvements project, increasing the total preliminary engineering budget to $2,000,000 $52,142.50, and GDOT's maximum reimbursement obligation to $1,641,714. Marcus Thompson, can you help us out with that?
All right, Marcus Thompson, City Engineer, 8485 Courthouse Square. Good evening, Madam Mayor, Council. So the item before you this evening is for the Fairburn Road Corridor Improvements Project. Just a brief recap, this turns Fairburn Road from Hospital Drive to Veterans Memorial Highway into a complete streets project, which includes decreasing the lanes to 3. And it also includes adding multi-use paths. And basically the supplemental agreement is just an amendment to the contract you already approved. It's not a new contract, it simply updates the one that we already have in place. The contract was initially approved in 2023 with GDOT, which funded the start of the design phase for the Fairburn Road project. The ARC has set aside more federal funding, federal dollars for the design, and this amendment with GDOT adds it to our contract. So it adds about roughly $752,000 to the design budget. GDOT pays roughly around $602,000 of that, and the city pays our standard 20% match, which is $150,000. So basically everything in the agreement stays the same. It's just an amendment. Approving this keeps the design work moving, and staff recommends approval. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. I appreciate that explanation. Mayor, Council, do you have any questions? Madam Mayor.
I do. Thank you so much, Madam Chairman. Mr. Thompson,
Yes, ma'am.
didn't we have drawings already or engineering designs like long time ago that had everything on that corridor with the median in between with trees and all 3 lanes? So we paying for more money of the same thing we already had? They just updating it.
Initially, what was performed earlier was more so like a concept, concept report, concept plan, and also we had AECOM just provide us various options. I think there were like 3 different alternatives for us to choose from. So we decided to go with, I think it was alternative B, which includes reducing the lanes to 3, just having that middle lane for turning movements, and then also including like the 11 and 12 foot multi-use paths on each side. So it was mainly just concept drawings.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the actual, right now what we're in is the actual design, like where everything is solidified. And yeah.
Okay, so that makes more sense. I just remember that we had schematic designs before, but you were saying those were concepts, and we had 3 to choose from. We've chosen 1, and now these are the actual designs based on those concept drawings that we're going to have, and GDOT pays a portion, we pay the 20%. And once we get the design done, this $2 million or whatever is going to try to help us start moving dirt, hopefully, on Fairburn Road. Okay.
Yeah. So the next phase after this will be right-of-way acquisition, and then after that, we'll go into relocating utilities and beginning construction.
Okay, all right, thank you. See, you engineer talk, you got to break it down for the regular people. Thank you so much, City Engineer. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Mr. Thompson, could you remind me what the approximate completion date for this project is? I didn't mean to catch you off guard.
That's a good question. I want to say construction is slated for 2029, 2030. Yeah, I think we're a little bit far out. I want to say it should take 18 months from that, so probably around 2032, 2033.
Just a hot minute, no worries. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Construction takes a long time.
Council, did you have any other questions for Mr. Thompson? Okay, are you cool if I put this on the consent agenda? Love it. All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you.
Okay. Item B, number 26270, authorize the mayor to sign a professional services agreement with Croy Engineering LLC for the right-of-way acquisition services for the Dallas Highway Improvement Project in the amount of $313,690 to be funded 80% from the multiple grant fund and 20% from SPLOST 2022. Mr. Johnson.
Good evening, Matthew Johnson, Project Manager, 8485 West Courthouse Square. The item before you is an agreement with Croy Engineering to acquire right-of-way on Dallas Highway, let's just call it Dallas Highway or SR 92, for a complete streets project. It's a requirement of 54 parcels on East Strickland, James Vance, Ellis, and, sorry, I forget the 4th Street. SR 92 or Dallas Highway. So this is agreement for them to acquire right away for us in order to do that project. So I have any, happy to answer any questions you have.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Mayor, Council? Yes, ma'am.
I do. Thank you so much. So thank you, Mr. Johnson. We appreciate you bringing this forward to us. So it's for sidewalks?
This is a complete streets project. We need a little bit more room than what we have. So this is for Croy Engineering to acquire right-of-way for us to be able to complete the project.
They're doing right away for what now?
It's a complete streets project. It's a part of our complete streets project. So this Dallas Highway corridor will be a complete street, and we need more room. So we are tasking Croy Engineering with acquiring right-of-way for this project.
So it's going to be from where in 92? At the top?
From East Strickland on to Jesse Davis.
Okay, so from East Strickland to Jesse Davis Park, so that whole corridor?
Yes.
It's ours now?
Yes.
It's been turned over so we can do something about the potholes and all that on that strip?
Yes.
We need, it needs some attention. We need to put some makeup or something, get all the wrinkles out. It's kind of, yeah, so I'm glad it's been turned over, and hopefully, I'm not sure if it's on the list or not, for repaving, resurfacing.
Public Services is saying yes.
Okay, good, because it needs some attention, so I'm excited. And this is just to widen, are we going to do sidewalks? I know sidewalks is on one side by Watkins Funeral Home. I'm not sure if it's on the other side.
Well, it's still being designed, so we don't have the definite dimensions of what we want just yet, but this is just to acquire the right-of-way for it.
Okay, I'm trying to connect the dots. All right, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, pretty straightforward. Thank you. Are y'all okay? We put this on the consent agenda as well? All right, all thumbs up. Madam Mayor, that's all we have for the Transportation Committee this evening.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairman, I appreciate it. Thank you to our city engineer, Mr. Thompson, and our project manager, Mr. Johnson, for bringing this information forward to us in these items. So we are at item 17. We've gone through all the committees. Do we have any other business that come before council tonight from the elected officials? I don't see any. We'll move on to updates from our city staff. Our city attorney, Mr. Joel Dotson.
No business, Madam.
Thank you, sir. Our staff attorney, Mr. Meeker, stand in.
No business tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Our chief of police, Dr. Gary Sparks.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Mayor and Council. We will be having our Veteran Appreciation Saturday from 10 to 2 at the Police Department. In addition to the Veteran Appreciation, we have a car show. And we have some vendors out there, so we like all our citizens to come out to 2083 Fairburn Road to the Police Department. Saturday, we'll have some refreshments for the veterans. Again, starting at 10, and bring your hoopties out there, and we're going to have a great day out at the Police Department.
Thank you so much, Chief. We appreciate that. Look forward to that opportunity to serve in the community. Our city manager, Ms. Marcia Frazier.
No business, Madam Mayor. Business. We do have an executive session, yes, sir, but no business.
Okay. Thank you so much, City Manager. Comments from citizens and delegates. If you sustain the meeting and you'd like to speak to us, please come forward, give us your name and address for the record, and you have 5 minutes to talk to us about any business germane to the city of Douglasville. Have any takers? No, we don't. Well, then, I will open the floor for a motion to adjourn into executive session to discuss potential litigation.
So moved.
Thank you. I have a motion. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to adjourn into executive session to discuss potential litigation after a brief recess. All those in favor of adjourning to executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We are adjourned into executive session to discuss potential litigation after a 5-minute recess. This meeting is adjourned.